Becca.
Hi, Jen.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
So what are you doing today?
I've just been really tired, like all the time, and it's annoying.
Would you say this is like an ongoing thing, like the last couple weeks?
Probably forever.
Forever?
Well, definitely at least through college.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to ask you a question. So in like a perfect world, hypothetical, what would it look like if you woke up and felt extremely energized? Like, how would you go about your day different than what you're doing now?
If I if I went to bed and then I woke up, and I wasn't tired anymore, I feel like I've always said that my favorite time of day is 8:30 in the morning, but I never wake up before 8:30 in the morning. So I'd probably wake up like at 8 so I could actually experience the 8:30. I'd make breakfast. I'd probably sit and do a devotional or something. Drink some coffee, pet my dogs. I don't know. I guess kind of mosey around the morning in a way that's relaxing, but I don't feel tired when I wake up. That sounds nice.
So I hear that you said that you make breakfast, like do different tasks that you may not do now. What would like your day to day now like look like just without that question?
Well, so I'm a sophomore at college at Spring Arbor University. And I have a 7:45 class, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I work from 8 to 9 on Tuesdays and on Thursdays. So I don't really get to sleep in a lot, which I wish I did because I just feel so tired, I guess. So my mornings, I usually try and go to breakfast because I don't function very well without it. But the dining commons isn't open until 7:15. So I usually have to try and cram in breakfast between 7:15 and 7:30, which is a little bit of a rush. And then that means I just have to wake up earlier, which is hard for me. But yeah.
Yeah, oh, for sure. Yeah. Okay, so I'm thinking just of like in the instance of like, let's say you woke up and it was one of those like perfect scenarios, you were making breakfast and all the things. How like could you implement that, I guess, like differently than like, so like I guess what I'm asking is it like a you go to sleep later? Like is it that you like what is your average sleep schedule like now? I guess.
Yeah. I try to be in bed or by 11 or 11:30, but I usually don't end up falling asleep until 1 or 2. Sometimes that's because of like I'm on my phone, or talking with my roommate, and then other times it's like nightmares and stuff, and I just wake up a lot in the night.
I guess what other like exceptions could you make? Like I guess putting your phone down. Like what other things could you do?
I don't have a very good like pre-bedtime schedule. I know that I've heard it said a lot that if you do like a bedtime routine, it helps you sleep better at night. I've just never actually done that. So I could probably start trying to implement some things like always brushing my teeth. And then right after brushing my teeth, I always do, I don't know, drink a glass of water or something like that, just to try and build some type of routine.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, so far what I'm hearing is ideal world, it would be getting up, doing those tasks, making that happen. And currently, like you're in a season of you have a routine, go to bed 11 p.m. maybe let's say. And then we've talked about like those exceptions of maybe you can put your phone down, maybe like different things can be set in place for that so that you're able to wake up and maybe just do like a breakfast situation or things that fuel you and make you happy. I hear that you said things that bring a lot of joy to you. So I think I just want to ask, like, on a scale of 1 to 10 with your current routine, how tired do you feel throughout the day? Like, like 10 being the absolute highest, I'm straight up exhausted, 1 being the, some days are like, yeah, I feel good, like, not really that bad.
Right now I'd probably say, you said 10's the highest, like really tired. I'd probably say 8.
8, okay. Yeah, so I just want to help get you from, I'm not gonna jump straight down to a 1, trying to like get you there. I want to just think of behaviors and ways that we can get you to maybe, I want to say like a 6, 7, like maybe down just 1 notch. So I hear that you think putting your phone down could potentially be something. Does that sound like feasible for you? Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I have this weird thing where I know that my alarm goes off even if my ringer is off,
Yeah.
but I still always leave my ringer on when I go to bed. So sometimes I still hear like, not when I'm asleep, because I'm a pretty deep sleeper, but like right before I fall asleep, I hear like the, I don't know, different notifications go off. But in my mind, it still feels like then if I turn that off, my alarm will go off.
Yeah.
But I guess that's more of a logical reasoning or thinking type of way.
Yeah. I hear you said that you're at college, correct? Right now. So, I mean, I guess like, do you like hang out with friends like really late at night? Like, is your roommate usually up past you? Are you like typically the first one to go to sleep? Like, what does that dynamic look like, I guess?
So usually I don't really hang out with a lot of people. I have a small group of friends. I know a lot of people, but like closely on a closer relationship on like people I spend time with, it's a smaller group of people. But I would say that me and my roommate, we do a lot of things together, and we usually end up being like, all right, let's go to bed. Because if one of us is awake, the other one usually wants to be awake, because then we like a little bit of FOMO, like kind of fear of missing out, you know? So, but I think usually we're both going to bed around 11 or 12, which probably isn't the best since I have early morning classes.
Yeah. Well, I want to commend you first off that it's important, I think, to have like a roommate, like agreement almost to like help cheerlead and like push each other to go to sleep at a certain time or like wind down for the night or like, hey, we have an early morning or I have work at this time. So like maybe we can both put our phone down and like go to sleep in something. So I think it's good that you have at least that like mutual agreement that you both can like rest and like lay down for the night, which is great that you have that system already set in place. I hear that you want to work it back a little bit, but I think, like we said, doing little things like adjustments can definitely potentially help with that for sure. Is there anything that you would say currently in your day-to-day waking up like excites you, like that does, I know like you said that you don't necessarily like make breakfast or something in the morning, but is there something that energizes you in the morning now in this routine?
Well, it might sound kind of silly, but my sister and my dad, we have this group chat, and we do the daily Wordle and the different little like New York Times puzzles.
Yeah.
And we always send them to each other. And my sister and dad both have to be up early in the morning, like every day, regardless of what they want to do or whatever. And so they always send theirs early in the morning.
Yeah.
And so then usually when I wake up, I try and do that also and then send it back to them. So I do look forward to that because I think it's fun because it's like it's a once daily thing. So.
Wow. So once again, I want to commend you. You have those like set schedules, things set in place, it sounds like. You have kind of a routine that you're building, like family group chats and certain stuff, which is very important. So like I want to commend you for that. So yeah, I think that I would like, if you are willing, we're gonna draw. If you are willing, this is like a different technique. Here's a pen and paper, and you draw currently like what it feels like when you wake up, like what emotion or like, yeah, just like what is going through your head, what you're feeling.
Like right now.
Yeah, right now.
Okay. First.
Okay.
So.
Mhm. Okay.
Just a very plain little stick man.
Okay. Can you draw a line in half the paper? Okay, so now we're gonna say outside of just the now we're gonna think of that hypothetical scenario. If it was a perfect day and you woke up early and you were able to implement the things the night before, like putting your phone down, like we said, or being maybe a little bit stricter with your schedule, having that support system, maybe pulling it back an hour. How are you now going to wake up in the mornings? And what can you picture that looking like?
Diabetic. This is my best attempt at a egg in a frying pan.
Perfect.
And then outside the window is this. This is-
Yeah, I love that. No, for sure. Okay, so I am actually going to ask that you rip out this piece of paper. I want you to keep this. And in a little bit, I'm going to also leave you with something else to take home after the session. But I want you to just look at this picture for a moment and recognize that some days it may feel like this, and some days this is also what we're going to be working for, and that that is possible. And so, like I said, we're not hoping to go straight from 10, I feel totally drained, straight to a 1, I'm so energetic every day. We're going to take it a couple of steps at a time. But yeah, I totally just want to commend you for like what you have set in place so far, and like the few things that we can make adjustments now to start to lower that skill. So if I can use the pen for a moment, I want to write you something for you to go home with.
Would you like me to know?
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you.
I'm gonna hang this up.
So this is just a note that I want you to take home with you. So in your day-to-day, if you're feeling discouraged or like, yeah, this isn't working or I'm not seeing the results, I want you to remember that you have someone rooting you on and that you have a support system, and just let this picture and let this letter be a reminder that you've got this and that we can keep working through what number you're at in our next session and ways that we can move on from there.
That sounds good.
Sound good?
Yeah.
Perfect. It was great meeting with you today.
You too.
Thank you. Of course.